A pleasant day to everyone. My name is by Merfhat and I am from BSSW1C. We are now in chapter 5.3 entitled Doing Life Histories and Biographical Studies. In this report, we will be able more to learn how important for us to recognize the power of individual narratives in shaping collective experiences. However, doing life history is not an easy task. A researcher needs to really figure out the factors and aspects that shapes person's life. In this chapter, we'll talk about the different things that can influence of doing life histories and biographical studies. So, life history was described as the often neglected subdiscipline of history. So bakit nga ba nasabing gano'n? Batay kasi sa ulat, ang pag-aaral ng buhay ng isang tao ay madalas na napapabayaan sa larangan ng kasaysayan. Dahil itinuturing itong bilang di gaanong mahalaga kumpara sa malalaking salaysayin ng mga bansa, lipunan at kabihasnan. It's as if individual stories are just small details, not necessary for wider audience to understand. However, life histories are more than trivial or narratives. This is about understanding someone's life by looking at the world around them. We try to see what their life was like, what made them do the things they did, and what the things they faced to contribute in a larger unit. It helped us understand what it was like to be in person different times and places. Therefore, students of history should realize that individual is a significant contributor of various historical breakthrough across periods of time. For example, are Jesus Christ and Jose Rizal. Jesus Christ ay isang individual na siyang nag-influence sa ating mundo. The faith, the religion that he started launched wars, created civilization, lasted for many centuries, and persists up to the present. His life is the foundation of Christianity. Knowing his teachings and actions help us understand the beliefs and practices of this major religion. On the other hand, Jose Protasio Rizal Mercado y Alonso Realonda influenced many generation of Filipinos. Rizal was a brilliant thinker who challenged the status quo and questioned the prevailing narratives of his time. His works encourage us to think critically about social injustices and to be aware of the issues facing our communities. While Rizal's influence was primarily felt in the Philippines, his story resonates with anyone who values freedom, justice, and the power of individual action. His novels inspired radical Filipinos to fight the colonizers, and his death was seen as the tripping point of the revolution. His life served as a reminder that even person make a difference in the world, inspiring generations to fight for a better future. These two examples are exceptional individuals. History has proven that their life, their exploits, and their legacies had a huge impact in the society where they belonged. Next is biographical studies. Basically, ang biographical studies ang proseso ng pangangalap at pagsusulat na patungkol sa buhay ng isang tao. It's like telling their story, but not just list of facts, but it's about understanding who they were, what they did, and what made them unique. Itong pag-aaral na ito ay kailangang magbase sa mga primary sources, gaya na lamang ng letters, diaries, personal documents, interviews, and historical record na verified as trusted primary sources. Through careful research and analysis of primary sources, biographical studies strive to paint a vivid picture of a person's journey, revealing their character, values, and the force that shaped their life. By understanding the lives of people who lived different times and places, we can connect to the past in a more meaningful way. However, the lives of ordinary people often go unnoticed in historical narratives. History books often emphasize dramatic events and powerful figures, overlooking the everyday lives of ordinary people. While notable individuals like heroes and leaders have influenced history, the experiences of regular people are equally important, shape the world around us. We should recognize ourselves as part of larger history, connected to past events and individuals. It's essential to understand that we, too, are affected by and contribute to daily life, which will become part of history. Let's now focus on our main topic of how to do life histories and biographical studies. History and biography have mutual constitution. Without understanding the historical context, a biography can be incomplete and misleading. First one to consider is the factor. The researcher should be able to identify different factors that affected the life of the person he is trying to study. Ang mga factors ay mga bagay na nagbibigay impluensya o nagtutulak sa isang tao sa kanyang desisyon or action. Ang mga impluensyang ito ay maaring mula sa social, personal, environmental factors. Or, for example, in social factors, a life history study might explore how colonial policies, poverty, inequality, family structures that can influence a person's education, employment, or land ownership. Next is aspect. The life historian or biographer should identify aspects of the individual's life in order to properly historicize his life. So, historian is the one who focus on studying and writing about the past, while the biographer is the one who focus more on telling stories about specific person's life by doing research for much trusted and verified life history of a person. Aspects are the parts of someone's life story that reveal their personality, motivations, and complexities of their existence. Better understand it? Let's have an example. Education of a person is aspect, while the availability of education opportunity in their community is a force that might influence their education. Some other aspects are family, friends, travels, and feelings. Another one to check is the context. After knowing the aspect and forces, one should look for the context. These are the general conditions and situations that exist in a person's life. Example about Rizal's hometown, which is Calamba. The possible question that we can come up to are what are the characteristics of Calamba? What was the most common livelihood in that town? Was it a rich, progressive municipality? What was the terrain like? Was it an agricultural locality? These questions will give context to Rizal's childhood and family.
Pleasant day. My name is Marvin, and this is the continuation of the report of Miss Muting. So speaking of family, first, we need to know the directory of this topic. We will discuss about the family, genealogy, religious, belief, character, interest, values, and institutions. Okay, family is a group of two or more persons related by birth, marriage, or adoption who live together. Family is a very important aspect of an individual, right? Determines the person's socioeconomic status, religious belief, character, interests, and values. Getting to know Rizal family and family genealogy would tell us about Rizal's socioeconomic status. So, mapapatanong na lang tayo like, how did he afford to study in a good schools even though he was an Indio? What were interests in the Calamba Hacienda incident? Who instilled upon him the value of education? Who was his greatest influence? And so on. So maraming katanungan. Genealogy is the study of family history and tracing of lineages. It's like a detective story where you piece together clues to discover the ancestor who came before you. Genealogy uses documents like birth certificates, marriage records, census data to build these family trees. It can be a fascinating way to learn about our past and discover where we came from, right? Okay. Before next to the next paragraph, let's note first this definition of this important details in this topic. Okay. Religious, relating to or believing in a religion. We have a different religion, right? Belief, an acceptance that statement is true or that something is exists. Like for example, trust, faith, confidence in someone or something. Like for example, in sa mga IP, naniniwala sila like for example is bawal magwalis sa like gabi, bawal magwalis kapag gabi, bawal magputol ng kuko pag gabi. So those are the best example about the beliefs of individuals. So, okay, character. Character is the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. So, mayroon tayo nito. We have different character in life. Interest. The state of wanting to know or learn about something or someone. So, this interest is like your passion, kung ano yung gusto mo, like ganon. So, every one of us, we have a different interest in life. Like for example, my interest is I love reading personal books, something like that. I love also I am also interest in English speaking. Okay. Okay. So marami. Values. Values are the things that are important to us, the thing we believe in, the things that guide our actions and decisions. So meron din yung values na yan. Okay. Institutions. It is a society or organization founded for a religious, educational, social, or other similar purposes. Okay. We also need to know about the institution when we are looking forward or looking or research about something. Institution where individuals belong should also be looked in studying life history, diba? So it is important to know the institution itself. Okay. In the family and community where he belongs will give us a clue about his early life, right? And then the latter stages of his life can be understood with certain activities and learning that he has affiliated in different institutions, like for example, schools, organization, fraternity, church, interest groups, etc. So marami. In the case of Rizal, for example, one can learn a lot about development of his ideas by knowing the kind of education taught at the Universidad de Santo Tomas and Ateneo Municipal. Okay. His political opinions and biases shape his work with propagandas in Europe and his think class solidaridad. So, malalaman natin. Okay. Institutions indeed are not only shaped by individuals. Institutions also shape individuals. Okay. In other aspect that may be studied in order to come up with a deeper life history or sector like ethnic group and culture. Okay. Zooming out to the national history of the country, where that individual identifies with also his helpful. Like for example, may anong nationality natin. Like for example, is yung pagiging Filipino natin. What is our citizenship? Is Filipino citizen tayo. So, in different aspect to know, to give more, to give or to find deep search with specific or life story of something. Okay. Understanding the seemingly mundane aspect of an individual life would provide historians insightful information that will allow him not to just state the facts about the individual, but also to make sense of these facts and establish connections about different aspects of individual's life in order to understand the person that he has become, 'di ba? So napakaganda to know or napakaganda pag alamin natin na kung ano yung mga different stages about the life of someone, especially kapag ito ay napaka-interesado sa isang tao. So, kailangan nating malalaman yung mga ganong bagay. So, that's all guys for this video. Thank you.